back in the day, a book come out called The Secret, and everybody was reading it. And I got swallowed up in it as well. You read it and, and you think, oh, right, okay, so if I just ask for something and I close my eyes and I see it, and then basically I just wait for it to come. That book, although it woke a lot of people up, it would have destroyed a lot of people as well. Because what it did was, it was like a short Hollywood version of what the law of attraction really is. I went through a difficult period with my own businesses when I first come across the book The Secret. And I remember meeting a lady and she said, oh, I've won money on the lottery and I've had a car and all this kind of stuff. And I thought, I'll have some of that. And so I got to work on it and I thought, right, this is going to save my business. I'd see my business doing well, and I'd sit on the couch and I'd wait for customers to come in the door and big contracts to come in. They never come. It doesn't work like that, but they don't tell you that in the first book. In fact, I think you have to buy 2 or 3 books. So then you realise it's all a marketing plan. Fantastic marketing plan. But guilty as well of ruining a lot of people's perception of the whole thing. The truth is, with the law of attraction, you attract what you feel, not what you think. If I said to you now, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, it means nothing if I'm sat here and inside I'm thinking, I've got bills to pay, I've got no money. The feelings what you're giving out is lack of poverty. That's what the universe is listening to. That's what it's responding to. The feelings are more important than the words. So we need to get that right. There's a lot to be said in faking it till you make it, and also affirmations, because the subconscious mind will listen to what it's being told. So if you're saying affirmations like, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am happy, and you keep repeating it, the subconscious mind, so it starts to seep in. And then the conscious mind starts picking it up and, oh, what's this? I've not heard this before. Normally, I listen to moaning, negativity, lack, poverty, unhealthy, I hate my job, I hate my relationship, I hate my friendships, I never do nothing, my life's boring. So then suddenly you're starting to give the subconscious mind and the conscious mind new material. And it takes a little bit to get through. This is why they say, give it a good 30 days, 40, 50 days, constantly affirming, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am happy. And then you start throwing in a few things like writing it down several times and reading it back to yourself, looking at it first thing in the morning, looking at it for last thing at night before bed. And suddenly it starts to become a pattern. And then we all know patterns become paradigms. Once it starts to turn into a paradigm, the universe has no choice. It has to start delivering. Now, I did that, and miracles then started to happen. The phone then does start to ring with a new contract, unexpected work. A letter drops through the post. You've had some money back off something what you didn't expect. You get a phone call from an old friend offering you a fantastic new job or a position. You win a car. You win a holiday. Because what happens is the universe has to start delivering on what it's being fed. So the biggest thing what we should be saying to people straight away is, what are you feeding your conscious mind? But first of all, what are you feeding the subconscious mind? And this is why it's important as well of who you surround yourself with. Because if you're surrounded by 3 or 4 friends, and let's say you're all out of work, or 3 of your friends are out of work and you're working. So every conversation you have, all they're doing is moaning. Everything's everyone else's fault. They're playing victimhood. They're playing the system. My life's crap because of the government. My life's crap because of the economy. Well, do you know what? We've always had a crap government and we've always had a crap economy. It's up to the person, right? But the thing is, if you're listening to this energy from all these people you're surrounded by, that's what you feed in the subconscious mind. Where's the positivity coming from? So then if you go back to home and your missus says, oh, have you caught up with the lads? What did you talk about? Oh yeah, such and such talked about his failed marriage. Such and such talked about he's got no job and he's got no money. And such talked about he's got 3 flat tyres on his car, so he's got no car and he's got to walk everywhere and he's got a hole in his shoe. Where's the positivity? The subconscious mind's not being filled with anything. And then while you sat down talking your missus that, in the background, without you even knowing it, the news is on. People are burning to death. Do you know what I mean? It's just negative, or, a soap opera will be on and there'll be a storyline where it's struggle, and then what? Your subconscious mind is listening to it all. And then, but you might say to yourself, oof, my life's not as bad as that. So then you're playing the victim as well, because as long as your life's not as bad as other people's, you must be doing something right. As soon as you start to change the energy, change the people you're around, read new books, go and go to a workshop, go to a seminar, surround yourself with new people. In a short time, in no time at all, your old friends who you used to have them conversations with, you give it a miss. I'm not catching up with you this week, I'm busy. And you start to distance yourself, not because you don't love them, not because you don't want to be friends with them anymore, because you want to make change. You want something more in your life. And as the energy comes in and you push away and you push upwards and they're stuck on their energy, their vibration, it can't match anymore. And that's how it all works. Even though I was doing all the visualizations and I had the boards and I was doing all the mantras and I was doing the affirmations, I'd started this little job helping a friend. And then I never realised straight away, but basically someone else had got in touch and said, oh, can you do some work for me? And before I'd finished that job, someone else had been in touch. So even though I was still struggling at the time, and they seem very small things, looking back, that was the universe already working. And I think it had got into about maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 jobs in. And I started to think, this is turning from just a bit of weekend work or of helping out. There's enough here for a full-time job. And the jobs were getting bigger and they were getting better paid. And before I knew it, I needed to hire somebody. And I thought, there's something. So that was more of a feeling. I thought something's afoot here. It's almost like, so you start to feel like a little bit empowered, like you're starting to get some control back in your life. Things are going my way for a change. But really what it is as well, it's easy to look back now and say the universe was responding, but it had to take those small steps. And looking back now, it never changed. It just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, and then it's like, before I know it, I found myself with surplus money. So, and when I say surplus money, it meant I could go and have a game of poker at the local casino on a weekend without worrying. It might have been about £50. But the miracles are happening without you knowing, because now you're not sitting in the house on a weekend. Now you've gone out, and now you're around new people. Now you're around new energy. And then something inside you says, I want some more of that. So again, you're raising your vibration slowly, a little bits by little bits. And then obviously a massive thing was when I was just playing on the computer one night and a bonus game come up on a slot machine where I was playing. And it just kept going up. It just kept going up and up and up. And I think it finished on something like 99,600 and something. And I remember waking the missus up in the middle of the night saying, I think you need to come downstairs. But on my visualization board, I win £100,000 on the slots. And I only did it because at the time, when you've got nothing, you think, how could money possibly come to me? So naturally, most people think, if I just win the lottery, if I just won a big chunk of money on the postcode lottery or on the slot machines, because we're living in a human mind, so we're trying to come up with the answers to the universe, to God, of how we could deliver this money to us. And it doesn't always come like that. It comes in amazing different ways. But when that did happen, I started to think, I actually remember looking at my board and thought, I've already got the business. I've already bought the car. I've already bought the truck. I've already moved house. And then I started realizing, oh my God, I've actually ticked off a lot of the things. I'd already booked a big family cruise. So in a way, there was no sort of one defining moment, but that if I had to pick one, it would be the slot machine, because I just thought that was so on the money. That literally was exactly what I asked for. And then, as we know as well, when you're in the flow of abundance and the law of attraction, it over delivers, because you're constantly on this vibration. It's almost like you have a sense of, I'm unstoppable. I can attract anything. I can have anything. And the universe responds. And yes, you can. You can have everything you want. So it delivers, and then it over-delivered. So the next week it sent me another 50,000, and then another 20,000, and another 50,000. I think it was about 200 or 250,000. And you're just like, but my life was already doing fantastic. But because I was giving out this energy of my life now is fantastic, now it just got even better. So now I expect, like, how much more better can it get? Because things just keep coming. And then even like my offices where we have here now, it was a miracle how all that come about. And then the Drake, Michigan project, it just sort of just happened. And then it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And do you know what I mean? And it's like 6-7 months ago, we wouldn't have been talking about holding a massive music festival. But now suddenly here we are. And now we're talking about holding a 10-20,000 people festival next year. We're on about holding workshops, seminars, holistical events, mind, body, spirit fairs, weekend retreats. How did all this happen? And you have to say, miracles, because we never went and educated ourselves. We never went and learned how to do it. We're just in the flow of everything happening. And the miracles just keep happening. The people, we have the podcast list that's on till October, November, December. We've never contacted anyone. They just keep getting in touch with us. I've heard about your show. I want to come on. I want to talk. And it just keeps growing. And then obviously now we're in the middle of creating the cartoon. Because as we grow, and this is the massive thing what people need to understand. As you acknowledge the universe and you acknowledge stuff coming to you, it's important the energy flows to you, through you, and out. And then the books, and then the merchandise. But look how many people we're going to be able to help. So, as God or the universe or whatever you want to call it sends abundance to you, you need to pass it on and help someone else. Take what you need, right? And obviously at the beginning you need to keep hold of a lot more of it than you can give away while you get your own life on track. But once your own life's doing okay and you know you don't need to keep hold of more than you need, help somebody else. Get them on their feet. And then they can help somebody else. And then what happens then is the universe sees what you're doing. So now it sends you even more, because it loves that feeling. It loves that emotion that you're helping people. So it sends you more on a bigger scale. So and then the other side of that is gratitude. When you first start off, you have to be grateful for absolutely the smallest of things. Just be grateful waking up and your kids are going to school and they're healthy. Just be grateful that you have got a roof over your head. You know what I mean? But the thing is, again, once the universe starts to once the universe hears that you are grateful for the small things, it starts to send you some more things to be grateful for. And then they start to grow. So gratitude and service are the two main things. If you want to attract more into your life, then you've got to learn gratitude and you have to learn service.